I want to explain some of the specific incidents related to this company, Crown Holdings, in both in Canada and Turkey, to give you some background as to what our actions are about. Secondly, I want to tell you why we are likely and almost certainly going to file submissions for breaches of the guidelines, both in the U.S. and in Norway, specifically in the U.S. About Crown, and in Norway about the pension fund. We have a small plant in Toronto. It's only 125 workers. However, we represent Crown workers in many other plants, both in Canada and the United States. But in 2012, our workers were looking forward to negotiating a new contract. What happened to them was quite the opposite. Crown came to the bargaining table and demanded massive concessions, completely unexpected. The worst concession is that they wanted to drop the wages of the lowest paid workers in the plant by 42%. They wanted to roll back the starting wage of the workers back to the same wage that existed 28 years ago. We had never seen a demand like that in Canada. The workers voted to strike 95% and set a strike deadline for September 6th. The week before the strike, they thought that the 95% vote would bring Crown back to the table and perhaps get off of those ridiculous demands they were making. The opposite happened. Crown came back to the table and asked for more. So the workers were essentially forced on strike. They were forced on strike because they were defending the next generation of workers. In July of this year, Crown sent an email to us, basically saying that they would take back 26 workers out of 125 if the workers would agree to everything in the contract. That meant that they were essentially permanently replacing 75% of the workers, even after they agreed to a new agreement. This was unprecedented for us. We had never seen that in Canada, and if other employers were to follow this, it would set a new standard that would lower living conditions, working conditions, and basically decimate labor law in Canada. In Turkey, we have been working closely with the Turkish Metal Workers Union. They've experienced similar situations.